Please let me know if you can see the screen and listen.
Present simple versus present continuous. Present simple. Clear words.
Guys, please let me know, is the screen visible and the sound audible?
No, doctor, the screen isn't visible.
The screen isn't
Not
visible.
visible.
Let me try one more time. What about now?
The screen is on, but the sound is off.
Present simple versus present continuous.
Can you hear or no?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
Present simple. Clear words. Always. Usually. Often. Sometimes. Never. Present continuous. Clear words. At the moment. At present. Currently. Nowadays. Now. Present simple. Present continuous. Forms. Affirmative. Play. Plays. Playing. Am playing. Is playing. Are playing. Negative. Don't play. Doesn't play. Am not playing. Isn't playing. Aren't playing. Interrogative. Do I play? Do you play? Does he play? Do we play? Do you play? Do they play? Am I playing? Are you playing? Is she playing? Are we playing? Are you playing? Are they playing? Present simple. Is used for repeated actions, habits, routines. Present continuous. Is used for something happening at the time of speaking. The action is not finished. He is a chef. He cooks delicious food. Now, he is cooking a new recipe. I am a builder. I build houses. At the moment, I'm building a new house. She works very hard most of the time. At the moment, she is chatting in the workplace. We use the present simple to describe a permanent situation. I'm a doctor. I treat people. We use the present continuous to describe a temporary situation. Currently, I'm not working. I'm ill. She is French. She lives in Paris. At present, she is living in London. She is learning English. They always go to school by car. This week, they are going to school on foot. We use the present simple to say that something is true or untrue in general. The Earth turns 360 degrees every day. We use the present continuous to talk about changes, developments, and trends. The Earth is changing due to global warming. Polar bears live in the North Pole. Climate change is affecting polar bears. The present simple is normally used to talk about thoughts, feelings, and states. I don't believe. Is that really true? The present continuous is mainly used for actions and happenings. It's not usually used for states. Like, love, hate, want, be, prefer, know, suppose, mean. Believe, understand, seem. These verbs are not normally used in continuous progressive tenses. She doesn't seem very happy at the moment. It tastes good. Always. Always with the present simple means every time. We always play video games after lunch. Always with the present continuous means too often. They are always playing video games. We always celebrate our wedding anniversary. You are always forgetting our wedding anniversary. In storytelling and commentaries, the present simple is used to describe the main events. Present continuous is used to background events. Baptista passes to Cohen, who shoots just over the bar. The Blues are attacking much more in this half. Future meanings. The present simple is used when we talk about official arrangement, such as a timetable or program. The train leaves Manchester at 11:30 and arrives in London at 2:20 p.m. The present continuous is used to say what we have already arranged to do, a personal arrangement. They are having a party tomorrow. What time is the match on Sunday? It starts at 7 o'clock. Rose at 6 o'clock. We can also use the present simple for facts. Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Okay. So this lesson is about the simple present versus present continuous. Both of them are related to the period of time of the present, not the past, not the future. Okay. The simple present tense uses the basic form of the verb without any auxiliary, while the present continuous uses the auxiliary verb to be plus the main verb plus ing. And as you know, with the third person singular, he, she, and it, we have to put s at the end of the main verb when it's conjugated in the simple present. Okay, so these are the basic ideas about how to form the simple present and how to form the present continuous. Now, what are the radical differences between these two tenses in terms of uses, in terms of context? Can you specify at least 4 different differences according to the video or according to your own knowledge?
Can I, doctor?
Yes, sure.
For the present tense, it describes a repeated action or habit or routine.
Exactly. So
However, present.
The habit for the simple present and the repeated actions and the description. Also, if you want to express your feelings about something, how do you feel now? What's your opinion about a certain topic? What's your state of mind? Okay, so your feelings and opinions should be expressed in the simple present along with the general facts, the scientific discoveries, and the habitual activities. Very good. Continue.
For the present continuous, it describes something happening at time of speaking.
Exactly. Whenever we have something happening right now at the same moment of speaking, we have to use the present continuous. That's why we have a number of time indicators or key words that are used with the present continuous, like nowadays, now, at the moment, okay? While in the simple present, we have to use time indicators like always, often, okay? Always, etc. What else? We still have 2 main uses for the simple present that are different than the uses of the present continuous. Can you state them?
May I?
Yes, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, who would like to answer?
For the present, so we use.
Safa, it's okay.
Yes, answering the third.
Marwa, yes, Marwa. What's the third use of the simple present? Apart from the general information, general facts and the habit.
In the simple present, so we use.
It describes a permanent situation.
Okay, permanent situations, we can put this case under generalities, which we talked about previously. Whenever we have
Doctor, it describes the feeling.
Repeat it, please, Hussam. What did you say?
Describe the feeling, simple present.
Describe the feeling. Also, we talked about this. Yes, description, emotions, the feelings. Exactly, this is right. I need 2 more uses.
Talk about official arrangement.
Official arrangements, exactly. And this is what we call schedule. Okay, whenever we have official schedule or official arrangement, very good. Like the bus sets off at 7 a.m. So this is something already known by everybody. This is something acknowledged by everybody and already scheduled and fixed. While if we have something arranged personally on the personal level, I have to use the present continuous, like I'm leaving early today. Okay? I'm going to talk about this topic in today's lesson because it's a personal arrangement. And the last use of the simple present is to indicate future events, like the flight leaves tomorrow. Okay, so we can use the simple present to indicate the future, yes. We can also use the present continuous to indicate the future, like the flight is leaving at 7 p.m. tomorrow. But what's the difference between these two uses? If I can use both of them to indicate future events, how these two uses are different than each other. Which one is more certain and sure? Is it the simple present or the present continuous to indicate the future?
I guess the continuous.
The continuous exactly is more precise and more sure, and this is why listen very well and very carefully to the two examples given. The flight leaves tomorrow. The flight is leaving tomorrow at 7 p.m. So here we are more precise about the time of leaving the flight, right? Whenever you are more sure, more decisive about your plan, you express it using the present continuous. Okay? Now, let me recapitulate all these excuse me, I muted myself by mistake. So what was the last sentence I said? I was announcing sharing my screen in order to show you a Word file containing different cases and different uses of these two tenses. I will show you this page and I will discuss the examples given with you. Ready? Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Here we have a number of sentences highlighted in different colors for you to differentiate the different uses and the different composition and the different structure of these two tenses. Let us take the first case highlighted in green. I have several sentences like I will travel tomorrow. You don't have your workbook. I will give you mine. You are very sick. I will let you leave. Okay. So what do you think about these three sentences? I will travel tomorrow. I will give you mine. I will let you leave. So what's the tense used here?
Future tense.
It's the future, exactly. Okay, the future expressed by means of will, the modal verb will, plus the infinitive form of the main verb. So I can express the future using will. It's right, because as I said before, I can express the future using the simple present, like in the example, the flight leaves tomorrow. And I can also use the present continuous to express the future, as in my second example about the flight leaves tomorrow at 7 p.m. Sorry, is leaving tomorrow at 7 p.m. I can also say the flight will leave tomorrow. How are my three sentences different than each other? If you want to have more ideas about the use of will, please have a look at the two following sentences, the two following examples in the same line. You don't have your workbook, I will give you mine. You are very sick, I will let you leave. Please look at these two cases and let me know about the use of will, whether it's equivalent to the use of the present continuous to indicate the future, or it indicates something a little bit different. Here we can also add to the title versus elucidating the different expressions of the future. Yeah, any idea about the difference between will and the present continuous to express the future. As we said before, the present continuous is more powerful and more accurate and more precise and more certain and sure than the simple present, right? What about will? Where do you put it? Is it less powerful than the present or more powerful than the present? Is it less powerful than the present continuous or more powerful than the present continuous? Please put them in order of accuracy and certainty. Yeah, any idea? Okay,
will we can
who would like to answer?
Doctor, as we said, the present, when we are talking about simple present,
Yes.
sorry, about continuous present, it's is more certain, but well, it is for making sure about the idea we are talking about.
To make sure about it, يعني, to make sure, what do you think?
As we say in Arabic, التوكيد.
No, the idea that you are talking about is called tag question in English. Like if I want to make sure about something I know, but I'm not very sure about it, I can say, today our session ends at 10 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, this is the tag question used in order to confirm something that I know, but I'm reluctant or hesitant about, okay? This is something else.
Doctor, the present continuous is based on a schedule that will happen.
The simple present is based on a schedule that's being prefixed and known by everybody. Okay, so it's formal. Be going to and the present continuous are also related to future arrangements that are more sure and more precise in terms of schedule, in terms of detailed schedule, in terms of minor details. But the future expressed with will is the most, is the weakest one, is the less powerful one, okay? It's about intention you have, okay? It's about idea you are still thinking about. It's not scheduled yet, okay? You are making personal arrangements and you are not quite sure about them. And more exactly, you are taking some reactions to something that has happened. Like here in the two examples, you don't have your workbook. Okay, based on the given situation, let me think about a certain measure to take in order to solve this issue. I will give you mine, okay? So I didn't plan ahead of time to give you my book before knowing that you don't have any book with you. That's why I will borrow you my book. So my decision making doesn't take part of any prefixed schedule. It's a decision taken at the same moment of speaking. That's why it's the least powerful among the three tenses explained. The second example. You look very tired. You are very sick. Look how you do not have any energy to speak. You cannot continue your working schedule. That's why I will let you leave if I'm your manager. I will give you a sick leave. I will let you go now. So it's not a decision taken ahead of time. It's just a reaction, okay? It's something that I decided to do at the same time of speaking. Is it now clear?
Do you mean that when we use will, we are not? It's not necessary that we are talking about specific time.
It's not necessarily related to time. It's more related to certainty and to being more firm about it. It's just a suggestion. When you are talking about something that's still under arrangement, you are still thinking about it, or you didn't take so much time to think about it. So this is the simple future expressed with will. When I say it will rain tomorrow, it will rain tomorrow, this is my expectation, this is my suggestion. But if I do some researches, if I call the Meteo Center, the Climate Center, if I do some analysis, some researches based on scientific realities and facts, and if I deduce that it's raining tomorrow, I cannot say it will rain tomorrow. I have to say it's going to rain tomorrow, or it's raining tomorrow. Okay? Because my answer is more proven scientifically and more certain. Did you get that? So it's not about being related to a specific time or not. Maybe to give extra information about time, this is an indication about the certainty. Yes, but it's not the only indicator. Clear, Hassan? Did I answer you?
Yes, doctor, I got the answer.
Okay, now let us see the use of be going to express the future. I need someone to read the two examples given. Who would like to read them? Fatima Faris.
Can I read them, doctor?
Okay, yes, please.
I will travel. I am going to travel tomorrow. The director is going to be very strict in this matter. Planning that is most likely to happen. I am traveling tomorrow. Must.
Okay, now let us leave the present continuous till a further stage. Let us discuss only be going to in these two examples highlighted in yellow. I'm going to travel tomorrow, and the director is going to be very strict in this matter. Both of them are used to express a certain future arrangement, right? Using be going to. How this use is different than the use of will. When I say the situation is really getting worse and worse and I will leave the country, okay? Is it a planification based on research, analysis, study, a very deep vision, or it's just a reaction? Of course, it's a reaction. Okay, it's one idea that got to my mind. Okay, if I'm more decisive about this measure, and if I did all the arrangements necessary in order to fulfill my plan, if I got the visa, if I got everything needed, if I canceled my contract, if I did all necessary measures to take this action, my expression would be different. I have to say, I'm going to travel tomorrow, or I'm going to travel in the near future, or I'm going to travel next year. Because here I'm more firm about my decision. My planning is more mature, and this is most likely to happen. Traveling is most likely to happen. I'm not in the phase of thinking, double thinking, being hesitant, having multiple choices. No, here I'm more decisive about my plan, and I took many measures before declaring and announcing my decision. Okay? So be going to is more certain than will, more formal than will, and more decisive than will. What about the use of present continuous to express the future? I'm traveling tomorrow. The director is taking severe measures at the end of the semester. If we wanted to compare the degree of certainty between will be going to and the present continuous, of course, the present continuous is the most powerful among them all. Okay, I'm traveling tomorrow at, let me add some indication. I'm traveling tomorrow at 7 p.m. This means that I already have my visa. I already prepared my luggage. I already booked the flight. Okay, and everything is ready. Let me change a little bit the sentence of be going to. I'm going to travel, let's say, next year. More stability in life. Okay. How are my two sentences different? In the second one,
يعني present continuous هي more specific بالtime.
More specific, exactly, because it's the most powerful among the three different cases. Okay.
Okay.
Let me also clarify the difference between the second and the third. The director is going to be very strict in this matter, okay? And the director is taking severe measures. Here I have to specify how. At the end of the semester, after coordinating or after taking the of the dean, okay? Or after taking the dean's approval. العميد. So here we have in the present continuous more indication, more specification, more details. So in the sense that the speaker is more certain about his planification, and the idea is very mature, very confirmed. Now let's go back to the booklet. Please open your booklet at page 10 and start preparing number 1. Meanwhile, I'll take the attendance. Did you find the page concerned? So it's page 10 in unit 1, present simple and continuous number 1. Did you find it? Marwa, can you screenshot page 1 and send it to the group so that your friends have different possibilities to follow?
Yes, only 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. هند نادر. Okay, absent. Marwa Ahmadi is here. Dana Ayash. Dana. Dana is absent. Or she's here. She's absent. Jana Ammar.
Present, doctor.
Jana Sahili. جنى الساحلي. absent. زهراء حيدر. زهراء. Okay, زهراء is also absent. صفاء شعيتو.
Present.
Okay, فاطمة الخمسة.
Present.
فاطمة فارس.
دكتور عندها اللابتوب معلق ما قادرة.
اوكي، لارا عسار.
Present.
محمد ترمس.
Present.
ملاك درويش. نور عسيلة.
Present.
أحمد نور دياب حيدر أحمد. نور أحمد. Okay, Noor is absent. Bakir Huhu.
Present.
Ala Ahmadi.
Present.
Zainab Safwan.
Present.
Ghada Assab.
Present.
Aya Khreis. Aya. Okay, Aya is absent. Batul Miqdad. Batul is also absent. Hussam is here.
Yes, doctor.
Batul Shaddad. Batul is absent. Samar Dbaisi.
Present.
Fatima Hijazi. Fatima is absent. Nagam Hasaballah.
Present.
Zainab Amhaz.
Present.
Okay. Did you think about the exercise 1? Is it difficult? Or you haven't had the chance to look at this exercise? Is the page communicated with you? Do you have access to it or not yet? Okay. Malak Darwish, may you please start reading? Sure. Exactly. My sons is always downloading music instead of getting on with his work. Here, let me ask you, with always, I can use both tenses as per the video and as per our use of the simple present and present continuous in our daily life. How are they different? If I say, I always download music in my free time, or my son is always downloading music and I ran out of internet, out of megabytes this month. How are these two announcements different? Always downloading, but if I say I always download music in my free time, it also represents repeated action. Anytime I have free time, okay, I have this habit or this hobby of downloading music. So repetition is included in both. Being a habit is included in both. But how are these two facts different? The second one is being said from the context of complaining, okay? Not from the perspective of a habit, okay? It's about something taking place constantly in a very bad way. I'm very negative about it, okay? Number two, who would like to do number two? Jana Ammar?
Yes. I am working overtime this month while the music editor is on sick leave. I'm working.
Exactly, because you work, yes, you work, let's say, as a secretary, but you are only working overtime this month because of the current situation, because your friend or your colleague is taking a sick leave and you have to take her work. Okay, so it's done occasionally only. It's taking place at this period of time. That's why I cannot use the simple present, because it's only momentary. It's only related to one single period of time and under some specific circumstances. So the present continuous should be selected here. Very good. Number three, Lara Assaf. Zainab Safwan, go ahead.
Someone's playing the piano. Can you hear it? Someone is playing the piano. Can you hear it?
Yeah, what did you choose?
I choose continuous.
Exactly, because I'm referring to the voice, to the sound emanating from the neighborhood. So something is taking place at the time of speaking and I'm referring to it.
At
That's
this moment,
why
يعني.
I have to use the present continuous. Exactly. Fatima Al-Khamsa, number 4.
Did you know that band games is coming from my
Comes, this is the present
hometown?
comes, and is coming, this is the present continuous.
The continuous. I think that we should choose the simple
Simple
games.
present to refer to a very well known fact about the origin of this band. It comes from the hometown. It means that they are born, okay, in the hometown. So this is general fact about the band. It's not related to any specific period of time. Okay, number 5. Hussam.
Yes, doctor. very best. Okay. I am getting better at recognizing classical music. Uh, I am getting present.
I'm getting exactly because you are referring to the progressive effort, to the daily effort you are putting in order to recognize the classical music better and better.
Yes.
Okay? So it's about a continuous effort you are progressively and continuously doing. Right? It's not a general fact, it's something taking place progressively. I'm getting better. Very good. Number 6. Bakr.
Yes, doctor.
May you please do number 6?
I take or I'm taking my iPod everywhere. I take.
I take. This is a habit. Exactly. You are not taking the iPod now, okay, or at a specific interval of time. Very good. Simple present. Now, in exercise 2, you have to match every sentence in exercise 1 with the case or the use that coincides to this specific example. So you have to match every letter with the corresponding number from exercise 1. So you take the letter from exercise 2 and the number from exercise 1 and you match each sentence with its case or its use. Take 1 minute please to do it. Go over the exercise and then start raising your hands.
Can I start, doctor?
Okay, are you done? Maybe start? Did you have a look at the exercise? Did you have an idea about the answers? Lara Assa,
Can I give you the first
you can hear
example?
me? Yes, Bakir, tell me.
He's all the example of the first sentence.
You want me to give you the answer?
What did you ask us for? Didn't you ask us to give examples?
No, too much. Too much. For example, letter A represents a repeated action or a habit. Where can I find in exercise 1 an example or a sentence matching this case? Where do I have a repeated?
It's number 6.
Number 6, doctor.
It's number 6, exactly. So you have to say A6 or 6A. This is how you have to do this exercise. I told you, you take the number from number 1 and the letter from number 2, and these two letters and numbers should be relative to each other. They should coincide each other. They should express the same case. So it's A6. Very good. Now, can you find a sentence in exercise 1 expressing a permanent situation or fact? If yes, tell me the number of the sentence and put it right.
Number 4. Is it number 4?
Yeah, what did
Number 4.
Naham, number 4, did you say
Number 4?
Number 4, doctor.
Exactly, it's number 4. Very good. So you have to write B4. Now, an activity happening at the moment of speaking.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number
Very good.
3.
Exactly. An activity in progress, but not at this exact moment.
2.
2.
Number
Very
2.
good. Yes. And a changing or developing situation, something in progress.
5. Number 5.
It's 5. Very good. And something that emphasizes repetition of typical behavior, but this typical behavior is sometimes annoying or surprising, but it's being repetitive.
Number 1.
Number 1. Very good. Okay. Now let us move on to exercise 3, where we have pairs of sentences using for the same verb 2 different senses. Once the simple present and another time the present continuous. You have to tell me how the meaning of the sentence changes with the change of the tense. Okay? Yeah, have a look at this exercise before I start the correction. Here I can open the brackets and tell you about the difference between stative verbs and action verbs. Have you ever heard of them? Stative verbs and active verbs. The YouTube video that we watched in the morning talked about the difference between stative verbs and action verbs. Can you remember the idea?
Stative verbs can be written in present continuous, such as have, know, understand.
Not can. They are always used with the simple present tense. They cannot be used with the present continuous because they talk about state, emotions, okay? Something that's not progressive, something that's stable, not moving. But the action verbs express actions, change in the movement, okay? A certain progression in the activity. Exactly. So verbs like to believe or to see or to think or to love, all these are stative verbs. I have to use them with the simple present. I see that you cannot work today, that's why I will let you go home. I see in the meaning of I understand, I recognize, I feel, I notice something going on. But if I use the same verb to see in the progressive tense, it's no more a stative verb, Now it's an active verb, like in the sentence. I'm seeing now, let's say, a very beautiful scenery on the TV. What does this mean? I'm seeing in the meaning of I'm watching. Okay? I'm seeing a man, a handsome man coming from far away. So the scenery is visible in front of me. I'm seeing something using my eyes, not my mind. But when I say I see that, I see how I failed this course. So this is about your mind and how you think and how you relate facts, how you remember, how you notice something. Okay? This is the difference between stative and active. Please, you have to do exercise 3 in the same manner. I will leave you for 1 minute and then I will start the correction. Okay, let us start the correction. Who would like to start with number 1? Who's ready? I have a ticket to see Lady Gaga and I'm having a shower. How these two tenses are different and how verb to have is in one use stated.
Have
active. Yes, Hassan.
have قلناها من شوي إنها stative ما بتزبط إلا هيك.
Now, have and all the verbs included in this exercise can play both roles, can be stative and active according to the context. Okay, if the meaning is stative, you have to use it
But
in the
here,
simple
Victor, it's
present.
active.
If the meaning is active, is progressive, you have to use it with the present progressive. I'm having, let's say, I'm having cold. What does this mean? I'm having a shower.
I'm making a shower.
Yes, at the present moment, I'm taking my shower. I'm having now cold. I have fever. I'm having now, it means my temperature is increasing. Okay? But I have the feeling that the situation, let's say, will improve. This is stative. This is my state of mind. This is my feeling. Okay? I have a ticket. I have a house. I have a car. I have a laptop. So this is my possession. It's stative. Okay? It's
Yes, doctor.
okay, please do number 2.
Okay. 2A, the singer appears to be doing well. Eminem's appearing at the V festival.
Yeah. In which sentence verb to appear is stative? In A or in B?
In A,
In A, exactly. It has the meaning of
appears
seem.
the yes.
To seem. It has the meaning of to seem. But in B, it has the meaning of to play.
We see Eminem.
That's why it's progressive. Okay, it's active.
Okay.
Eminem is playing at the V festival. Here it's an active verb used with the present continuous tense. Now let us move on to sentence 3. His being really kind. Yes, do it please, Safa.
A, he's being really kind. B, he's really kind. The verb is stative at B.
Yes, and it has the meaning of what in B? He is really kind. It means in general, he
is kind.
in a kind way. Yes, his attitude is good. He is in general, his character is kind. But in A, it's an active verb having the meaning of he is being really kind now at the time of speaking. He is behaving now at this moment in a kind way. But in B, we are talking about his character in general. Okay? Number 4, Noura Saile.
He's thinking about
يلا نور. He's thinking about joining a band, and I think that band is really good. In the first one, he is thinking in the meaning of he is considering, so it's an active verb. But in B, I think that it's a stative verb in the meaning of in my opinion. Okay? Noor, you can do number 5.
It depends on how much money I've got. I'm depending on her to organize everything.
Yes, in A, is it stative or active?
Active.
Active.
It depends on. It means that the situation is affected by. It's purely stative. Nothing is active or is in progressive, right? The situation is affected by. It's a state of mind. It depends on. I'm depending on, and the meaning of I'm relying on. I'm spending money. okay, from someone about what to do. I'm taking her advice in order to organize my stuff, my life. Okay, so in the second one in B, verb to depend is an active verb because it means that I'm always referring to her, I'm always asking her. Is it clear? Who would like to do number 6 before we close the session? Marwa, you opened your mic several times. If you would like to do number 6, go ahead.
Yes. This soup tastes good. Girls tasting the soup. The second he is tasting now. So it's continuous.
Exactly.
So it's action verb. And the first is the stable simple present.
Yeah, the first one is a state of verb. That's why it's used with the simple present, and it has the meaning of to taste good, to be good, to have a good taste. Okay, to feel good. But in the second one, it's the progressive or the active verb used in the present continuous tense to express the idea of Joe is trying the soup, is eating the soup, okay, at the moment of speaking. Thank you so much, guys, for your attendance and participation. Please revise the lesson. We still have only one exercise about this grammar rule. It's number 4, retrieved on the same page. You can do it, please, after you revise the lesson to understanding of the new ideas.
Doctor?
Correct number 4 plus the homework. So please, if you have any concerns about these 2 lessons, prepare your questions for next time. Any
Doctor,
questions?
sorry.
Yes, Fatima Paris.
Sorry, doctor. My laptop was not functioning because of this. أزعيتي له مرتات يعني.
Yeah, it's okay, Fatima. Okay, I saw
Sorry.
your name and I imagine that you have a technical problem. It's okay. Okay, guys.
Teacher, please don't
I leave. I will upload the video plus the word file, but not now because I have many lessons and lectures continuously. So maybe in the afternoon or at night. It's more probable to be at night. Okay, Marwa, if I forgot to do this, please remind me at night to upload all the needed material.
Yes, sure, doctor.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, doctor.